Good morning, students. Welcome back. Uh, Today we are going to continue with accounting equation. Hope you have seen the previous two videos which are being based on accounting equation. Now, before we start some questions which are being based on accounting equation, I want to make you understand about balance sheet. What do you understand by balance sheet? So, what is balance sheet? It is a statement prepared with a view to measure the exact financial position of a business on a certain fixed date. So, why we are used to create a balance sheet? It is to find out the financial position of a firm or an organization on a particular date. On a particular date. So, it is a statement which is made to measure the exact financial position. Why it is being made? To measure the exact financial position on a certain fixed date. On a certain fixed date. So what are the components that comes under the balance sheet? The components that comes under the balance sheet are the assets and the liabilities. On the right hand side, the assets are being written down, and on the left hand side, the liabilities are being written down, and both should be matching with each other. So the reason for preparation, it is prepared to ascertain the financial position, to ascertain the financial position of the business, or we can say of the organization or a firm. So if I talk about the format of a balance sheet, you might see over here it is written as balance sheet of whatever the name of the firm, that is to be written over here. If it is not given, we will not write. As at a particular date, on which date you are making. Then on the left hand side, all the liabilities are being there. I've just given you some of the examples of the liabilities such as capital, creditors, unearned income, bills payable will be written over this side. And the assets will be written on the right hand side, such as cash, stock, building, machinery, accrued income, prepaid expenses are being written on the right hand side. And both the left hand side should be equal to the right hand side according to the matching principle. Means the total value of the liability should be equal to the assets, as we are doing in the accounting equation. So now from today onwards, along with the accounting equation, we are going to create the balance sheet also in that particular question. Okay. So let us start some of the questions which are related to accounting equation. Now, before we start doing the question based on this accounting equation, let us read the question what we are going to do. Show the impact of the following transactions on the accounting equation and also prepare the balance sheet. Point number 1, Vijay started business with cash rupees 70,000. Point number 2, purchase machinery in cash rupees 25,000. Point number 3, goods purchased on credit rupees 40,000. Point number 4, goods costing rupees 25,000 sold on credit at a profit of 30%. Point number 5, took a loan of rupees 12,000. Point number 6, cash received from debtors rupees 10,000. Point number 7, traveling expenses paid rupees 1,500. Point number 8, goods purchased on credit rupees 10,000. Point number 9, house rent of the owner paid rupees 2,500. And point number 10, goods sold on credit for rupees 12,000 at a profit of 20% on cost. So let us start the question. Okay, now let us do the question which is being related, which we have just read. Now, point number 1, Vijay started business with cash. Now he is starting a business. So Vijay, in a transition we write down Vijay started business with cash. Now Vijay is the owner of the business. So whatever the money is being brought by Vijay is the capital. So under the capital we write down plus 70,000. Now in which form he is bringing? He is bringing in the form of cash. So it becomes an assets for the company. So 70,000 in the cash. Okay. Now point number 2. Now he purchased the machinery for rupees 25,000 in cash. So purchase machinery in cash. Now he's purchasing a machinery. Machinery is an asset for the company. So it will be written under the assets, machinery, rupees 25,000. Now in this form he is purchasing it in the form of cash. So from the cash it will be subtracted 25,000. In the liability side nothing will be there. Nothing will be added or subtracted in the capital. So my first new equation which will be created after the transaction, that I am having a cash of rupees 45,000 plus machinery of rupees 25,000, whereas liabilities I am having 0 plus capital I am having 70,000. So it is balance 70 plus 70. Now the third transaction. Third transaction says goods purchased on credit for rupees 40,000. Goods purchased on credit for rupees 40,000. So I have purchased the goods. Goods purchased on credit. So goods are being the stock for the company. So it will be written on the stock, that is plus how much rupees? That is 40,000. And these goods which I have purchased, they are the liabilities. They are in the form of creditors. In the form of creditors. So it will be 40,000 over here. So after this transition, the new equation which I have created, that is 45,000 cash, 25,000 machinery, 40,000 stock. On the other side, liabilities, creditors are 40,000 and capital is 70,000. It might be balanced now. You might can see, you can check it. Okay. Point number 4. Now point number 4 says goods costing rupees 25,000 sold on credit. Goods sold on credit at a profit of 30%. Goods sold on credit at a profit of 30%. Now I can do the calculation over here only. 25,000 के प्रॉफिट है, उस पे मैंने 30% प्रॉफिट अर्न किया, तो 30 by 100, तो how much will be the profit? It will be 7,500. So if the cost price is 25,000 and profit is 7,500, so my selling price will be 25,000 plus 7,500, that is 32,500. So the goods of rupees 25,000 sold on credit rupees 32,500. So I have sold the goods of 25,000, so 25,000 will be subtracted from here. Clear? Then in which basis I am selling it? In the form of credit basis. So those to whom I sell, they will be the debtors for me in the form of assets. So plus 32,500. Now 25,000 goods are sold in 32,500. So how much profit I have earned? 7,500. That profit will be added in the capital. I have told you in the first video where it will be added in the capital. So after this transaction, cash will be 45. My new equation will be cash will be 45,000. 25,000 I have machinery. Now I'm having the stocks of only 15,000 plus 32,500 will be my debtors. 40,000 will be the creditors and 77,500 will be my capital. You can check the equation if it is correct. Okay. Now coming to the next. So now coming to the next point number 5. Now point number 5 says took a loan of rupees 12,000. Now the company has taken a loan of rupees 12,000. So took a loan. Now in which form it is said? Nothing is mentioned. So 12,000 will be the loan. It will be the liability of the firm. So I will write down under the liabilities loan. That will come as plus 12 1000. Now, in which form I have taken? Nothing is mentioned. It will be in the form of cash. So 12,000 will be added in the form of cash. So after this transaction, the new equation will be I'm having cash of rupees 57,000, 25,000 I'm having the machinery, 15,000 stock plus 32,500 debtors. Creditors I'm having of rupees 20,000 plus 12,000 I'm having the loan and 77,500 I'm having the capital. Now coming to point number 6. Now point number 6 says cash received from debtors rupees 10,000. Cash received from my debtors. The debtors have paid me rupees 10,000. So debtors minus 10,000 from here. And this came in the form of cash. So 10,000 will be added in the cash. So my new equation after these transactions, 67,000 now I'm having in the form of cash, 25,000 I am having machinery, 15,000 I am having stock, 22,500 debtors now I'm having because it has reduced by 10,000 as the debtors have paid me 10,000 cash. Liabilities still are 40,000 in the form of creditors, 12,000 in the form of loan and 77,500 in the form of capital. This is my new equation. Now coming to point number 7. Point number 7 says traveling expenses. Now I have done my expenses in the form of traveling. Expenses are subtracted from capital. So 1500 is in the form of expenses. It will be subtracted from the capital, that is 1,500. In which form I have done? Nothing mentioned, so it will be in the form of cash. So 1,500 from the cash. So my new equation after this transaction, $65,500 cash, 25,000 machinery, 15,000 I'm having in the form of stock, debtors are 22,500, creditors 40,000 plus 12,000 I'm having loan and capital of rupees 76,000. Okay, this is my new equation. Point number 8. Now point number 8 says goods purchased on credit for rupees 10,000. Now I'm again purchasing goods. And in which phase? In the form of credit. So I have purchased goods of rupees 10,000 plus 10,000. And I have increased my liabilities by purchasing in the form of credit and plus 10,000 in creditors. So after this transaction, my new equation will be $65,500 cash, machinery 25,000, 25,000 now I'm having of goods, debtors of rupees 22,500, creditors have increased to 50,000 plus 12,000 of loan plus 76,000 of capital. Now point number 9. House rent of the owner. Now, the company has paid the house rent of the owner. So this house rent will be the expense as in the form of drawings done by the owner. तो ये house rent जो किया गया है by the owner, it has been in the form of drawings. तो drawings क्या होती हैं? They are being subtracted from the capital minus 2,500 will be subtracted from the capital, and in which form it has been done? In the form of cash, it will be subtracted from here 2,500. So after this transaction, my new equation will be 63,000, 25,000 machinery, stock 25,000, debtors 22,500, creditors 50,000, loan 12,000, and capital that will be of 73,500. Okay, so this will be the new equation. And the last transaction. Now goods sold on credit at a profit of 12 at a profit of 20% on cost. Now goods 12,000 के बेचे हैं, मीन्स आई कैन शो यू द ओवर हियर. सेलिंग प्राइस क्या है? 12,000 है. प्रॉफिट परसेंट कितना है? 20%. बट मुझे कॉस्ट प्राइस नहीं पता, तो कॉस्ट प्राइस निकालने के लिए क्या करूंगा? सबसे पहले फाइंड आउट करूंगा प्रॉफिट कितना होगा. तो कॉस्ट प्राइस क्या होगा? तो कॉस्ट प्राइस विल बी cost price will be selling price 12,000 minus 20% of cost price. So it will be around cost price will be around 120 by 100 into cost price is equals to 12,000. So cost price is equals to 12,000 into 100 by 120. 0 कर गया 12 1,000. So it will be मेरा cost price कितना है? Of that is 10,000. So cost price कितना है of good? That is rupees 10,000. Cost price कितना है? 10,000. जब cost price 10,000 आया और selling price 12,000 है, तो profit कितना है? That is of rupees 2,000. प्रॉफिट कितना है? रुपीज 2,000. तो जब मुझे सेलिंग प्राइस नहीं दिया है, तो मुझे सबसे पहले कॉस्ट प्राइस निकालना होगा, क्योंकि कितने गुड्स तो बेचे, तो मैंने जो गुड्स बेचे दैट इज ऑफ रुपीज 10,000. कितने बेचे? उधार बेचे. कितने में? 12,000. तो प्लस 12,000 इन डेब्टर्स, और 2,000 रुपए का प्रॉफिट हुआ. वो प्रॉफिट कहां ऐड होगा? इन कैपिटल. सो आफ्टर दिस ट्रांजेक्शन my final equation will be final equation will be 63,000 cash, machinery 25,000, 15,000 in the form of stock, debtors 34,500, capital 50,000, loan is rupees 12,000 and 75,500 in the form of capital. Now if you want, you can check the equation. 63,000 plus 40,000, 1,03,000, 1,37,500. Over here 62 plus 75, 1,37,500. So the equation is now balanced up with this particular transaction. This is how accounting equation will be done. Copy it, then we'll tell you how to create a balance sheet on the basis of this particular final equation. Now let us create a balance sheet. To balance sheet of Vijay. Now in the question date is not mentioned, so as that I'm just keeping a blank. Now let us create a balance sheet. Now, first I'll write down what are the liabilities are being given over there. So liabilities what come in the question of it, that is, I have a capital. Vijay had a capital of rupees 75,500. Then he has a loan of rupees 12,000 and creditors of rupees 50,000. This was written on the liability side, including with the capital. On the asset side, what does he had? He had a cash of rupees 63,000, machinery of rupees 25,000, stock of rupees 15,000, and debtors of rupees 34,500. This was now we will balance it up. So we have to find out that the asset side should be equal to the liability side. So we add up 0, 0, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 5, 13, 1,37,500. Coming to the assets, 0, 0, 5, 4, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 17, 1, 7 plus 3, 10, 13, 1,37,500. So we can see that the assets, the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So that is along with the matching principle that we have proved that liability is equal to the assets. So this is how the accounting equation along with the balance sheet is being made. Hope you have understood. We'll do one more question which is being related to the accounting equation, and I will tell you again how to create a balance sheet with that particular question. That will be the last question of accounting equation, but we'll still continue with some more questions which are being related with the accounting equation in the next video. So today one more question we'll do, and then I'll give you some questions which are being related to accounting equation for your homework. Okay. Now let us do one more question. Anil had the following transactions. Point number 1, commenced business with cash rupees 50,000. Point number 2, purchased goods for cash rupees 20,000 and on credit rupees 30,000. Point number 3, sold goods for cash rupees 40,000, costing rupees 30,000. Point number 4, rent paid rupees 500 and salaries rupees 5,000. Point number 5, rent outstanding rupees 500 and salaries outstanding rupees 1,000. Rupees 500. Sorry, by mistake I forgot it. Then point number 6, bought furniture rupees 5,000 on credit. Point number 7, bought refrigerator for personal use rupees 5,000. Point number 8, purchased computer for cash 20,000. Point number 9, cash withdrawn for personal use rupees 10,000. Point number 10, interest on drawing charge rupees 500 and interest on capital rupees 1,000. Now use accounting equation to show the effect of the above transactions and also show his balance sheet. So we'll start doing this question. Let us do this particular question. Now let us do this question. Point number 1. Anil commenced business with cash. So commence business. Commence matlab started business with cash. So who is Anil? Anil is the owner. So whatever the money is being brought by owner will be the capital. So rupees 50,000 in the capital. In which form he has brought? In the form of cash he has brought. So plus 50,000 over here. Okay. So this will be the first transaction. Point number 2. Purchase goods for cash rupees 20,000 and on credit rupees 30,000. Now he's purchasing goods in cash as well as in the form of credit. So how much good he has bought? 20 plus 30, that is 50,000. Now out of this 50,000, he has purchased 20,000 in the form of cash, so minus 20,000 from cash and 30,000 in the form of credit. So he has taken a liability in the form of creditors. From creditors, that is in the form of rupees 30,000. This is how this transaction will be done. So after this transaction, what will be my new equation? $30,000 I have my cash plus 50,000 stock. On the other hand, I am having the liabilities in the form of creditors, that is rupees 30,000 and 50,000 in the form of capital. Now point number 3. Point number 3 says, I have sold goods for cash rupees 40,000 costing rupees 30,000. Now I have sold the goods. Of how much? What is the price of the goods? That is 30,000. So 30,000 of the goods are sold. In how much price? 40,000. So plus 40,000. Now 30,000 goods मैंने 40,000 बेचे तो मुझे क्या हुआ? Profit मिला. That profit will be added in the form of capital. How much is the profit? That is 10,000 rupees will be the profit, and that will be added in the capital. I've added up over in the capital. So my new equation will be, after this transaction, that is 70,000 cash, 20,000 stock, 30,000 creditors, and 60,000 I'm having capital. It will balance with 1990. Now point number 4. Point number 4, that is rent paid rupees 500 and salary rupees 5,000. So rent and salaries paid. So rent I have paid of rupees, or if I want I can do it separately so that you can understand. Rent I have paid of rupees 500. So plus 5 rent I have paid, it's an expense for me. So minus 500 from the capital, in which form nothing is mentioned, so in the form of cash. And I have paid the salaries also. So salaries is an expense. So how much salary I have paid? 5,000. So salary is an expense. So minus 5,000 from capital and minus 5,000 from the cash. So after this, my new equation will be $64,500 I'm having in the form of cash, plus 20,000 I have in the form of stock, 30,000 I have the creditors, and 54,500 in the form of capital. Clear? Now coming to the next point number 5. Outstanding. Now rent outstanding rupees 100. Sorry, rent outstanding is rupees 100. I'll write down the full form. Outstanding in the form of rupees 100. Now rent outstanding is a liability which I haven't paid till now, but it is an expense for me. So outstanding expenses plus 100, and it's an expense, it will be subtracted from capital. And salaries outstanding rupees 1,000. Salaries outstanding rupees 1,000. So my plus 1,000 in outstanding expenses and minus from capital, as it is an expense for me, which I haven't fulfilled till now, which I haven't paid till now. So my new equation will be 64,500 cash, stock of rupees 20,000, 30,000 of creditors, 1,100 of outstanding expenses, and the capital will be of rupees 53,400. 53,400. Now coming to the next point number 6. Point number 6 says, that is purchase. I have purchased a furniture on credit for rupees 5,000. Purchase furniture on credit rupees 5,000. So I purchased a furniture. Furniture is an asset for me. So it will be written under the assets. Furniture rupees 5,000. In which form I have purchased? In the form of credit. So plus 5,000 in creditors. Okay. So my new equation after this transaction, $64,500 cash, 20,000 stock, 5,000 furniture, 35,000 creditors plus 1,100 outstanding expenses and capital of rupees 53,400. Now point number 7. Point number 7 says purchased a refrigerator for personal use rupees 5,000. Now whatever I am purchasing for my personal use will be in drawings for me. So what refrigerator for personal use. So whatever I am purchasing, it will be in drawings for me. So I have purchased a refrigerator. So that will be subtracted from the capital, that is rupees 5,000. And in which form I have purchased? Nothing mentioned. That will be in the form of cash. So minus 5,000 from the cash. So after this transaction, the new equation will be that is 59,500 cash, stock of rupees 20,000, furniture of rupees 5,000, then 35,000 of rupees liabilities in the form of creditors, 1,100 outstanding plus 48,400 will be your capital amount. Now coming to point number 8. Point number 8 is purchase computer for cash rupees 20,000. Now company is purchasing the computer. To purchase computer, computer will be an asset for the organization. It's an asset. So plus under the asset we write down computer of how much rupees I have purchased plus 20,000. Now in which form I am making the payment? I am making the payment in the form of cash. So minus 20,000 from the cash. So after this transaction, the new equation will be $39,500 cash, 20,000 stock, furniture 5,000 and 20,000 computers. Creditors of rupees 35,000, 1,100 of outstanding expenses and capital of rupees 48,400. Okay. Now point number 9. Now point number 9 says that is you have withdrawn the cash for personal use. Anil has withdrawn the cash for personal use. So cash withdrawn for personal use of rupees 10,000. So if I am doing anything for my personal, that will be a drawing for me. So minus 10,000 as I have done in the form of cash, so from the cash, and it will be a drawing. So minus 10,000 from the capital. So after this transaction, my new equation will be $29,500 cash, stock 20,000 stock plus 5,000 plus 20,000, that is your computer. Then we talk about your creditors, 35,000 rupees of creditors plus 1,100 of outstanding expenses plus capital of rupees 38,400. Now coming to the last one, that is interest on capital, interest on drawing. Interest on capital and interest on drawing. Now when we say about interest on capital, it is the expense for the company. It is an expense for the company, and income for the owner. So that particular interest on capital will be added in the capital account of the partners as in the form of rupees, how much? Rupees 1000, and will be subtracted from the capital as rupees 1000 as it is an expense for the company. In the same way, interest on drawing will be added in the companies as it is an income for the company and it is an expense for the company, so it will be subtracted from the company's capital account. So my final equation after the transition, why we have added up? Interest on capital is an income for interest on capital is a income for the is being paid to the owner, so it will be added up, and it is an expense for the company, so it is subtracted. In the same way, interest on drawing is an income for the company, so it is added up, but it is an expense for the owner, so it will be subtracted from the capital. So my final equation will be 29,500 plus 20,000 stock plus 5,000 furniture plus 20,000 computer. I have the liabilities creditors in the form of 35,000. Outstanding expenses 1,100 and the capital is 38,400. Okay. Hope you have understood how to make a accounting equation. On the basis of it, now we are going to create a balance sheet. Copy it down, then we will create a balance sheet of it. Now let us create a balance sheet. So balance sheet of whom? Of Anil's company, that is Anil. Which date? As at, I don't know about the date as it is not mentioned in the question, so we will keep it in the form of blank. As at now. So first, this is the format. On the right hand side assets and on the left hand side the liabilities will be written. Now coming to the assets. What are the assets we are having? Cash, how much? That is rupees 29,500. It will help me to check also. Stock of rupees 20,000 I am having. Furniture of rupees 5,000. And computer of rupees 20,000. On the other hand, I have the capital of rupees 38,400, outstanding expenses of rupees 1,100, and my creditors, that is my liabilities of rupees 35,000. Now let us balance both the side, the asset side and the liability side. So first the liability side, 0, 0, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 8, 14, 1, 3 plus 3, 6, 74,500. Now coming over here, it should be also balanced, 0, 0, 5, 5 plus 9, 14, 1, 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 1, 7, 74,500. So the asset side is equals to the liability side. So my question, whatever accounting equation that I have created is being correct. And this is the current situation of Anil's company. That is the financial position of the Anil's company. Hope you have understood how to create an accounting equation and a balance sheet. In the next class, we'll discuss about the statements question of how to calculate the capital of the company, okay, in the form of a statement, and I'll be sending you some questions related to accounting equation. Do it in your copies. See the videos of accounting equation of all the three videos so that you may be able to understand in a much more better way and in a perfect way. I've already made you do a lot of questions related to it. So I will be sending you the question for your homework. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.